Hey guys, today I want to show off my CZ TS2 Racing Green, which is a kind of a younger brother of my CZ TSO. It has pretty similar setting and configuration, as it is also a very heavy gun because it has a black coated brass grip panel and mag well from Lock Grips. And another similar thing is it has a similar coloring kind of a scheme. I want this to be still kind of a green, so I replaced the original trigger and thumb rest with green colored ones from Armory Craft. And I also throw on a floating trigger pin from Cajun Gunworks. So one thing to call out is the thumb rest. It is thicker than the original TS2 thumb rest. Therefore, the screw that I needed to mount it properly is the screw that is the same as the TSO's, because the ones that the TS2 has is shorter because its original thumb rest is thinner. So I don't know why, but that is the case. And if I were to compare these two guns, of course, there are some kind of detailed internal differences between these two guns. And therefore, the biggest difference I can think of is the trigger pull. On top of that, of course, you already know TSO is hand fit. There's a ridiculous tight fitting between the slide and the frame, which is awesome. And that this one is more like a Shadow 2, blah blah. It's not hand fit. I believe the deep browns is hand fitted, is not available in US yet, of course. But beyond all that common sense that you can search from the internet, the biggest difference to me is the trigger pull. The actual trigger pull, if actually before that, let me do a safety check for you so that you don't get nervous. This is dummy rounds, and this is a dummy round inside the chamber. Okay, and similar for TSO, dummy round. See how tight that is. Dummy round. Okay. So the actual trigger pull, what I mean by actual is if you cock the hammer and then you hit the wall, and then the actual pull to drop the hammer is pretty similar. I mean, I cannot tell an obvious difference. I think this one is a little bit just slightly heavier, but the noticeable difference is the pre-travel and how much you can adjust it. So basically, if you look at the TSO, right, if you cock the hammer and then you experience that pre-travel is as little as, let me bring it closer, is as little as this much. Because I tune it that way, I personally want as little pre-travel as possible. That's kind of the extreme I can go. However, for Racing Green, I'm unable to. So this is as much I can get it to be. Okay, I think initially I tried it to get it near zero pre-travel, and it had problems on the sear. It's unable to, I believe, unable to drop the trigger. Drop the hammer or something like that. I don't remember exactly. So I had to dial it back until it functions 100%, and then I was left with this much of a pre-travel. So that's the biggest difference. And also this much pre-travel, the TS2 is way softer, and you can even call it floppy or whatever, than the TSO. TSO's pre-travel is little bit stronger, a little bit more responsive, but it's also a little bit kind of slow, if you will. See, so that's the difference. I think each gun is different. Maybe different TSO owners or TS2 owners, they have different experience, but this is what I got. I believe if I do some more work on the trigger spring, I might be able to change this behavior or change this thing to bring it to make it either more responsive or make the pre-travel heavier or whatever, so that I can have a more similar trigger experience or feeling as the TSO. But it's probably not worth my time or whatever to really do that. I'm pretty happy about what this gun can do. It's just to set your expectation right, how you would anticipate that kind of trigger pull experience, and how you should hold it, you should pull it, so that it's fast and accurate, right? So those are my two brothers. Thank you for watching. See you next time.